My name is Vaishnavi Sharishmi. Today's topic is a recursion in Java and today's date is the 13th September 2022. Now I firstly discuss in the what is recursion in a Java. It is a process in a which a functions call itself directly on indirect is called as recursion, and the corporation's functions is called as a receive functions, and using the receive algorithms and creations of problems can be solved and quits easily, and examples of such problems as TOS and phonics TOH, and indoors in the posted trees and travelers DFC and grants etc. What is a base conditions in a recursions in a Java? In the recursions program, the solution is the base case is provided, and the solutions of a bigger problem and expresses in a term solver problems. Then it discuss in recursions in the above the examples in base case. For a n greater than equals to 1, and it is a defined and larger value of a number can be solids and converted into the smaller ones and case and uppercase into the numbers, and the converted into the smaller one tell base is a reaches how to particular problem is solved using the recursions, and the idea is a represent and problems and terms of the more smaller problems and one of the more base conditions, and stop a problem in term of one more smaller problem and one more base conditions, and that's a stop of the revisions. Then examples of we can be computers factors in if we know as factors is n minus 1, and the base case of a factors will be the n equals to 0. We returns 1 when n equals to y. Stack overflow error in occurs, and then recursions, and the base case into the reaches are not defined that you stack over problems, and maybe the parts, and let's take example in understand in recursions in Java. If we facts is 10 is called as it will be called fact 9, and fact is 9 is called as the fact 7, and so on the but number will be never reach to the 100, so the base case is not reached if many members executed by these functions on a stack, it will be case. And the stack stack overflow error, what is the difference between of indirect recursions? A function is called as direct recovery and is called as the same functions, and functions is called as the directly recursions, and if it is called another function, say functions new, and functions new calls and directly and of the indirectly, difference between of indirect and recursions of tables. Then it is what is the difference between of tails and non-tails in recursions? Recursions is a functions. Tails recursions when is the recovery called as the last thinking executely by the function, and please refer to the tail recoveries and of a tail now members in allocated in different functions called as a recovery. What way the function is functions is called as a main. It is a memory is allocated to the stack, and recovery the function and call itself. The memory for the called functions is allocated on the top of the memory allocations in calling functions, and different copy of a local variables and created of functions and call when the base case is reached, and the function returns its value in the functions and by whose is called as memory allocations is process continuous. Let's take some examples and simple functions. This is some discussions of recursion in Java.